Cheryl Couture, and I'm back with another episode of The Obsession of the 40-Year-Old Female. And I've taken a break from this. Of course, I always take my sporadic breaks. I will record a bunch of videos or a bunch of podcast videos, and I will take a break because mentally, I don't know why I can't handle, like back in the day, I could handle all the pressure in the world. I'm talking about I could do whatever it took to make something happen in the blink of an eye with all the pressure on me. Now, it's like I can't get nothing done. And I don't know if it's age. I don't know. I know depression has a lot to do with it, but it's also, I don't know. But one thing I do know is that I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue to persevere until I get the results that I'm looking for. Like, that's it. Like, after that, after I sold my last salon, I said I'm not going to open another salon. And I stand on that. I'm not opening another salon. I will help other people open salons for a fee. I will, mentor people to make a consistent 6 or 7 figures a year. I will do all of that, but I'm not opening another salon. I'm not stepping in the salon on a full-time basis again. God, I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that you allowed me to see so many blessings in such a short time. But I just physically, I don't feel as if I can do it. Like, my body aches now. It's just something, it's just different. But I'm coming to you today because I wanted to talk to you. A lot of people who do not get the results that they want in the time frame that they want will consider themselves a loser or a quitter. I don't know if you ever heard the term, winners never quit and quitters never win. It's such a huge philosophy when you really think about it. The meaning behind it is huge, okay? If you really want to win, when I say win, I mean to really, really win, you can't quit. There's no way that you could quit. If you quit, you'll never see the win. It's just that simple. So I was on a meeting this morning, and the lady who was speaking, she said, I wrote it down just so I ain't got to guess. Same thing I'm saying. You're not a loser until you quit. And if you think about it, like when you run a race, or if you ever did sports or something like that, even like with football and any sport you could really think of, there's never a point when you lose until you actually quit playing. Like, quit playing the sport, quit. If you ran track and field like I did, the only time you lost is when you actually quit. Outside of that, you came in places. So you had first place, second place, third place, whatever. But you had different places. You had different places that you would place in, I guess. That don't sound right, but y'all get what I'm saying. So, but they didn't have a medal that said loser. They didn't have a medal that said quitter because you actually finished the race, okay? So, with that being said, even though you didn't make $1 million in a day, or you didn't make $1 million in a month or a year, that doesn't mean that you are a loser. You're not a loser until you quit. Now, what my problem is, because I can only speak about me, my problem is I would get to a level of success, sabotage it, and want to start over. At one point in time, I loved the starting over process. That came in my career, that came in my relationships, that even came, with me being debt-free and then incurring a whole lot of debt that I could not get myself out of, basically. It's just a process of starting over. Why do I do that? I don't know. I think it's a mental defect. Being honest, I think something is mentally wrong with me, the thing that I have to continue to start over in order to achieve success, instead of achieving success and building on that success and building on more success and helping more people and more people and more people. How am I help somebody and I ain't got no money, or I'm broke, or I'm struggling, or I haven't figured this out, or it ain't gonna work, like, at all. Hold on, let me check on my lamb chops. Okay, fine. So it's not gonna work at all. So I have to get to a point, and I have it written on my wall, these steps, like, like a staircase. And step 1 is to do this, and step 2 is to do that, step 3 is to do that, step 4 is to do that, and step 5 I should reach this level of success, and if not, go back to step 4 or 3 or 2 or see what I did wrong, and then go back up instead of starting all the way over. Like, this is in life, this is probably like my 5th time starting over. I'm 40. That means basically every 9 years I'm starting over. Well, 4th, yeah, something like that. Anyways, 5 times every 8 years. 8 times 5 is 40. Yeah. So every 8 years I'm starting over. And you know, it is what it is, but it just seems to be true because I start over entirely too much to be this big old grown age. So a lot of people are sitting back and enjoying the fruits of their labor. They had a goal, they had a mission, they accomplished it. They living their life, they on vacations, they in Dubai, they married, they have this happy family, they this, they that. And then you turn around and you start to compare yourself to those people. You're like, well, dang, I'm 40, I'm not married, my kids are grown, so it's not like, you know, it's one happy family under one roof. It's like I'm an empty nester type thing. I ain't got no man. I ain't looking for no man right now. It's just like finances all over the place. Like, what is going on? Why me, Lord? What I do? What I did? What I do? What I did? Like, come on. So the difference between them and me is that they stuck to what they were doing. They stuck to, if I'm going to go to school to be a doctor, I did that. I graduated, I got a job in my field, did that. I became a leader in that job or in that position, did that. I'm making X amount of dollars, okay, and now I can do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, because I follow these certain steps. Me, on the other hand, you know, free ball, free doing what I want to do, how I want to do it. Oh, I made $1,000 a day. I'm going on vacation tomorrow. Instead of I made $1,000 a day, let me put 10% to this and 5% to this and 80% to this and woo. Instead of doing that, although I would teach it and I would tell everybody else to do it, but me doing it myself is like, what? Girl, I can make this money again tomorrow. I get paid in cash. I get paid in swipe. I get this, I get that, woo. It ain't working out, sis. It ain't working out, sis. And I would tell anybody, especially if you're in the beauty field, the cosmetology field, the nail field, the makeup, the eyelash, the wigs, you know, body contour, anything that gets you paid cash on a daily basis, a stripper, whoever. If you're getting paid cash on a daily basis, do not blow through your money. I know it's easy to make. I know it's easy to spend. But for the life of me, I'm trying to tell you right now, please have a budget. Have a budget and stick to that budget. Have your percentages ready. If you make a certain amount, I don't care if it's $1 or $1,000. If you make a certain amount in a day, you need to budget. You need to have your percentages together. You need to make sure that you are allotting a certain percentage of your money to certain things. Your savings, your investing, your house, your car, your luxury, whatever it is, have a certain percentage for each thing. And don't cheat yourself. Don't dip into one thing and do something else and then, you know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't rob Peter to pay Paul. Listen, the main reason why you probably feel as if you're in a losing battle, like I was feeling, and sometimes still I feel it now, like I'm still in the losing battle. Like no matter how hard I pray, how hard I meditate, how hard I do my affirmations, I'm going in the circle of nowhere. And I realized when this meeting this morning is 9 times out of 10, it's the circle that you're around. It's different kind of circles. It's the circle that people don't want to see you get ahead of them. Hey, everybody knows, everybody got that kind of. You have that circle of people who don't want you to get ahead of them. They're cool as long as you're on the same level as them, but as soon as you start to prosper more, you know, they want to go out more. They want you to start buying everything. They want your finances to suffer so you can stay on the same level as them. Then you have the other people who will actually coddle you in your depression, in your state of suffering, and they'll try to help you mask it by going out, drinking, sitting watching Netflix all day, doing stuff that is not conducive to your education and to your growth. They don't mean no harm by it, but they feel like they just being a good person because they're there for you in that moment, doing whatever it is that you're doing, instead of saying, girl, get up. Let's take turns reading chapters in this book. Let's watch this video on YouTube that's going to help you get out of this funk. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's go to this symposium. Let's go to this, this speaker. Let's see this person speak. Oh, I know you love Les Brown. Let's go hear him speak. Let's go watch some of his videos. Let's go on his page. Like, you need friends like that when you're in that time. I think I'm burning my lamp, Charles. Please hold me. Yep, that'll do it. It smelled like it was cooking. So you need those friends that's going to slap you back into reality because you in the real world. Some people, it takes a couple of days to get out of depression. Some people, it takes years to get out of depression. Some people don't ever get out of depression. Some people have seasonal depression. Some people have, and it's a real thing, seasonal depression. You might have lost a loved one in a certain month. That month, you depressed. Because that month is very triggering for you because you lost this loved one, blah, blah, blah. Some people, holidays. They spent holidays in a certain manner and something happened with their family. One holiday, everything blew up. And now every time Christmas come around, Valentine's Day come around, whatever come around, they in a slump because this is what happened. And it's okay to cope with things the way you need to cope with them. But the whole thing is to cope with it. A lot of people out here need therapy, including myself. I was in therapy for 2 years and then I stopped because I felt like I was fine. And I was. That stage and that point, what I was dealing with at that point, I'm good. But this point, being old and single, being old and single and not even trying to contemplate a relationship, not even trying to look for anybody. Some people like, girl, something is wrong with you. Something is not wrong with me. Something is very right with me because I'm realizing that there is something wrong. That's what's right. I'm seeing something is wrong and I'm trying to fix it. Okay. So when people be like, oh, are you dating? No, I'm not dating. Why? You so pretty? Because I don't want to date nobody. Okay. Guys, y'all understand where I'm coming from. When y'all get into a situation with a woman and she wants everything from you, but she offers the bare minimum. Okay. I don't want to be her. That's it. And the bare minimum, is like cleaning and cooking and, being there. For some men, that is more than enough to clean, to cook, and be there for his needs, regardless if it's emotionally, physically, sexually, whatever. That's enough for them. But some guys need a woman that's going to help them mastermind their way to millions. You know what I mean? Somebody who's going to have a great input, insight, knowledge and all this stuff like that to help them grow whatever it is they're doing, and or if she's not doing it herself. Some guys need a woman to work. It sounds crazy, but when he needs a companion that do what he do. If he get up and work, she needs to get up and work. If he contributes to the bills, she needs to contribute. It's people out there like that. Then there's people out there that he wants to work, he wants you to stay home. But it doesn't matter what a man wants if you don't know what you want. It doesn't matter what a man needs if you don't know what you need. Because all you're going to be doing is adding chaos and confusion to the situation, the relationship, or whatever. And that's not what we're here for. You know what I mean? When you enter into a relationship, and this is the reason why I know that my counseling work, my therapy work, because any other time I would still date. I would still go out there and I would still go on dates and I would still do this and I would still do that, knowing that my finances jacked up or knowing that, I ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of or whatever, to my standards, okay? If I say that I'm broke, it's because I have less than, a certain amount in the bank. It's not because I don't have anything in the bank, but whatever. But it's because I'm used to living at a certain lifestyle, a certain level, and I'm not doing that right now. So in my mind, by my standards, I'm broke. I'm not entertaining people when I'm broke. That's just me. I don't entertain people when I'm broke, and because my mind is always going to be on what bill is due. What do I have to pull? What do I have to liquidate? What do I have to do in order to get certain things done? So and then guess what? For me to be fake happy, I got to get tipsy. So now I have to drink alcohol, and I'm doing my body a disservice because I'm consuming alcohol to make myself happy to go on this date that I don't want to be on because my finances ain't where I wanted to be. So for me not to do all that, I just don't go out. I'll go out, but I don't go out on dates because I don't want to give somebody the false hope of us getting together and my stuff ain't together. And the people would be like, Cheryl, you might be cutting yourself out because it might be a man who wants to take care of you and pay, help you with all your debt and help you do this and help you do that and woo. You're absolutely correct. But I feel like if God wants me to be with that man, he's going to allow it to happen. The guy is going to say something or do something that's going to allow me to be like, you know what, let me stop worrying about this. Or I can feel comfortable talking to him about what I'm going through and don't feel like I'm going to be judged. So if those things happen, then I know I'm with the right person, and then I can let my guard down and I can, be who I am and tell him what I'm going through without him thinking that I need him to solve all my problems. But just know if my interactions with you are limited, it's because this is where my mind is. It's not because I don't want to be around you. It's just because I feel like in certain areas I can't contribute the way I would love to. Okay, so that's that. But if you know me, or if you get to know me, you know that it'll be all good once everything else is all good. Okay, now let's get to being a loser, which you are not. The only time you are a loser is when you give up the ghost. So if you're not, like I said, if you're not a millionaire within this first season, it might be next season, it might be the season after, but you will never know if you stop. And stopping and starting something new is the exact same thing. So if y'all follow me, y'all would know that I was a hairstylist, then I owned a hair salon, then I had a hair extension company, then I had a hair oil business and hair pills to help make your hair grow and hair supplements and hair products. Then I wrote a book, and then I started selling like health products. Like if y'all follow me, y'all see I am all over the place. But now I am trying to funnel all that energy and get rid of all the distractions, anything that doesn't have to do with me helping other hairstylists or beauty professionals excel in their business. I don't care. And everybody, because they know I'm a good salesperson, everybody will try to make their business and their vision fit into what I'm doing. So it'll make sense for me to join, or it'll make sense for me to promote. And at the end of the day, it's not helping the people who I'm trying to help. Honestly, it's taking advantage of people. And it took me a while to realize that. It took me a while to understand that I don't have to continue doing stuff for everybody else if nobody's doing anything for me. These people are not doing anything for me. These people are not calling and checking up on me, seeing how my mental health is, seeing if I need anything, see if I need any money, see if I need whatever, somebody to watch the kids and take the dog or whatever. Nobody is doing that for me except my immediate family. So why am I investing all this time, money, energy, and effort into what they're doing and they're not reciprocating that same thing? I stopped. It might have been mean, it might have been cold-blooded, but I stopped. To people who I have relationships with, like friendships and everything like that. If what we're talking about right now, because of the state of mind that I'm in, if whatever we're talking about right now, if it cannot help me, I'm not responding. I had a friend call me the other day just out the blue, and she was like, Cheryl, I seen one of your posts and something just went off on me and say, let me just check on you to see if you're okay. That's what I need. It might not be a lot, but it's a lot. Okay? And y'all, my lips ain't ashy. I'm Malik Yoba in right now. Like if I turn my face like this, it just looks ashy across the top. So I keep licking it, but they really not. Maybe they are. I don't know. Anyways, y'all gonna get these ashy lips right now because I don't even know where my chapstick at. I don't feel like looking for it. I need to drink some water and mind my business. That's something y'all need to do. So if you feel like you're on this losing streak, just know, don't give up. Do not quit. Don't stall. Don't pause. Matter of fact, find a routine and get a system in place that allow you to feel progress. Example, you get up at 8 in the morning, every morning. Try getting up at 7:30 and reading for 15 minutes so you have an extra 15 minutes to do whatever else you got to do. Okay? When you can do that for 7 days straight, boom, progress. Little baby steps. If you make $100 today, try just putting up $1 and keeping it 99. Baby steps. By the end of 30 days, you'll have $30. I don't know what it's going to get you in this society, but still progress. Don't start with putting away $99 and keeping one. You see what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to spend the $99. I'm just saying, just to know that here, a goal. I want to make a minimum of an extra $10 a day. An extra $10 a day is an extra $300 a month. Progress. Now you can do something with $300. You can do something with $300 now. You can do something with $300. But the only way I can make that extra $300 is by coming up with something that gets me an extra $10 a day. Sell something for $1 to 10 people that you make $1 profit. Have an ebook. Create an ebook. I tell y'all this all the time. Create an ebook. If you sell two $5 ebooks, that's an extra $10 a day. That's an extra $300 a month. And this is where we at right now. Let's do baby steps so we don't get caught up in this mindset of I cannot. It's not working. This does not work. Get out of your comfort zone. I am trying to go live on Instagram every single day. I feel like I don't have nothing to talk about every single day. But if I read a book, if I read one chapter in a book, I guarantee I can find something to talk about for 30 days. All it takes is one sentence. This was the one sentence from today. You're not a loser until you quit. I done made a whole 20-minute video off that one sentence today. So this is where we at. This is where we at. Like, you have to dive in and find stuff and pull out what you need in order for you not to stop. I promise y'all, I can go hard for about 5 days and then I be in a slump for 5 months. I'm not doing that this time. I have my dry erase board. Today is the 1st, November 1st. I have my dry erase board and I'm going to check off that I did a live today. I did a live today. And you know what my live was about? Putting hair oil on my lashes. So it wasn't that big, but I still did it. And I was on there for, I think, 7 minutes. I'm trying to go live for at least 5 minutes a day for the first month. And then the second month, add another 5. And I'm doing it that way until I feel comfortable enough going on live multiple times a day. You know what I mean? So, like I said, if you could read a chapter in a book or watch a YouTube video, watch it to take notes, then you could come up with something. You could pull something out of it. If it's something educational, if it's something, you know, that you can have good information from, you can pull something out of that and have something to contribute to yourself, your life, your audience, your business, your family, like, you know, on and on and on. So I'm just pulling stuff out and making sure that it fits me. This is going to be my thing, because every time I finish whatever I have written down, I'm going to stick it on the wall. Boom, done. Check mark, checkmate. And I would advise y'all to do the same thing. You know what I mean? Anything that I learned from myself, I'm going to, you know, relate it to y'all, because I realize that it is a lot of people right now that are suffering because they feel like quitting. And I know it always happens from September to the end of the year. For some reason, all these holidays back to back, people feel like they have to buy things for their family. They feel like they have to go places for their family. If you are not mentally well, don't do nothing for nobody else except yourself. That's the only person you need to worry about right now. You don't need to worry about no other people. You don't need to worry about nobody else, what they got going on. Nothing right now if you are not mentally well. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you're not mentally well, if you're not functioning at 100% mentally, you can't do for nobody else. Now, I'm not saying it's going to get to 100%, but I'm just saying, like, that's where we want to be at, where we're 100% happy. And we're good, and we wake up in a good mood, and we can go throughout the day in a good mood. You know, even if something bad or crazy happened. Yesterday, I witnessed 2 car accidents in front of my face. 2 of them. Like, right in front of me, like the car in front of me, the car in front of me got into a car accident twice yesterday. 2 different cars, 2 different locations, 2 different places. I said, let me go home. Because obviously I ain't supposed to be out in the streets, and God is trying to tell me to take my tail home and do something for somebody else instead of just sitting here wasting gas driving around. So I did. Now, for me to go to bed early, to wake up early enough to get on this meeting, to hear this lady talk about the same thing that I'm going through, you can't tell me that it's coincidence, because it's not. It's alignment, what I teach people all the time. But you have to be in a good place and have a sound mind to understand what alignment is. And a lot of people won't do that because they just think it's like a waste, and it's not. It's really, really, really good and sound advice to get to know yourself, to spend time with yourself, to meditate, to give yourself affirmations, and to listen. But if your mind is busy going because it's like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do this, I want to do this, I need to do this, it won't be a point, or it won't be a time for you to hear what God is trying to allow you to do, where he's trying to allow you to go, what he is saying to sit down and just chill. Like you're trying to put things in your own hand, and I have all the stuff mapped out for you. But if you're doing this and, you know, if you're too busy on the other side of town and you need to be on this side of town because your blessing is on this side of town, but the money is on that side of town, the money you need right now, he can't give it to you because you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. You're doing things on your own. You're not giving him room to do stuff and be magnificent and wonderful and fill things with blessings and allow things to happen for you because you're trying to make everything happen for yourself. Just chill for a little bit. It ain't got to be for months. It ain't got to be for years. It ain't got to be for... Just chill. One day at a time. Don't give up. Don't quit. If you really start working towards what it is that you want, you're going to end up getting it. But you have to be so intentional about what you want. So, yeah. But that's it. I am going to sign off. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. An amazing day. And yeah, I did it. 26 minutes. I'm close to 30 minutes. So, yay me. See y'all later. Once again, this is Cheryl Couture with the obsession of the female... I was going to say female entrepreneur. This is the obsession of the 40-year-old female podcast. And I want y'all to share this with a friend, somebody who feel like giving up, somebody who feel like they're not worth it, somebody who's starting a goal, starting a plan, trying to execute something and then not getting to where they want to be in a timely fashion. Just know that it's still their time. It's going to come. They just cannot quit. They are not a loser. You are not a loser. I am not a loser. We don't even know what a loser is because we've never given up, or we're not giving up, or we're not going to quit. Okay. I love you guys. Follow me on Instagram at Cheryl Couture Inc. or at the Hairstylist Accelerator. If you are in the beauty industry and you would like to make a consistent 6 or 7 figures a year, follow me in the Hairstylist Accelerator. And I would love to hold your hand and show you the way and teach you new things and, you know, go over your business and do IG audit, all that stuff like that. I would love to help you guys with. And like I said, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye. I love you guys.